I find it respectable how you reacted on this. Like you go down and
fuck! It felt like it was 1,000
I told her like if he's real, he's gonna go down with his less people, down from the stage, and you did. So biggest respect to you.
Well, it's easy, Just go with the people, It makes them feel like they're involved. It's a better thing to do, rather than just looking down at them the whole time. You're getting with them, you're with the people, not above the people, So.
How did you come to hip hop, to MCing, to rapping? How did you?
I was a little baby.
Come to this.
Baby in the '80s.
How did it feel? Like the hip hop scene there?
Well, it was nothing like it was today. Like when I was a kid, this is lemon.
He's not drinking alcohol.
Yeah,
it's just lemon for his voice.
No, but when I was a kid, it was like the outlaw culture. It was like, there was all this propaganda. Like if somebody got hurt at a rap concert, they'd be all over the news and be like, oh, rappers all, you go and you can't even go to a concert because people getting shot and rap concerts, and they tried to make it like this whole outlaw thing. It wasn't like a pop culture like today, And it was like a street culture, It was like, man, there's so much money involved. So what happens is they go, oh, that person's making money. So, but in the beginning, it wasn't about that. It was about a culture and who's the best at it. So it's like any kind of culture. When you dilute it and throw tons of money into it, it gets watered down. And then people who were never interested in the culture ever, they want to be part of something that's making money. So a bunch of leeches grab onto something and they want to be part of something, but they don't give a fuck about the culture. They just see a way of making money. So that's when it gets watered down. And then those same people and those same people who are uneducated that work at the blogs and the magazines, they go, well, you don't really need to be good at rapping because it's a vibe thing, or they're just making music. But it's not. They never had that thing before in the past. It was never like where they said, well, that drummer sucks. What a great drummer, No, they'd be like,
it didn't make sense. Yes, that would lead me to my next question. But let's stop at this little moment, like at the commercial rap scene. Do you think it gets worse the last few years with this hype around all these new style rappers, or how do you think this influences the hip hop culture?
Well,
because I know when I started living hip hop, it was block parties and all about having fun and being better, and like for me it was my home and my lifestyle. And how do you think this rap culture is going to be the next? What do you think about the rap culture, how it is now?
Well, here's the thing is, you gotta search for it if you want it, like because the masses...
Like this concert.
And Walt Disney's not gonna hand you the real rap, but they're gonna try to market it and push it, It's not gonna be real rap, it's gonna be Disney's rap, or this big corporation's rap, or everything that Jimmy Iovine ever put out is the greatest of all time to the world, because he could put out a great product and then brainwash the masses with it for fucking the next 20 years. So it's all a machine, and you just have to.
It's all just calculating where the most money is.
You have to find what you really like and what you don't, and you don't follow the leads of campaigns. You follow what feels right.
That's what I'm here to. That's why I'm here today.
There's a lot of great MCs that are up and coming that are just ferocious and unbelievably scary, lyrically just dope, and a lot of those young kids don't get shine.
Do you have somebody that you won't tell our hearers now what they should listen to? What is an underrated rapper from the underground?
Well, the kid who I just been talking about, this kid named Justin Friedman, who I think is going to take off eventually. He's a kid, I forgot where he's from, maybe it's a place in the South, but he's really a dope lyricist. And the kid, there's a kid named Kaan Khan or something that I was pushing about 4 or 5 years ago. And supposedly Dre or somebody just heard him and been bigging him up, and he's been getting a little big. Maybe did a record with Snoop, something. But he was always really nice with it, and he's starting to get a little recognition. And Chris Rivers, Pun Son, is still really. And you don't even have to say Pun Son. Forgive me for that, But he's not. I'm not gonna say he's nicer than his dad, but he has versatile styles. Like
Yes,
Pun was
sure.
a rapper from one era, where his son is like could fit in this era and that era. He does.
He's more flexible, so he connects to more people.
No, he doesn't connect to more people. Pun connected to the planet. But what I'm saying is he's the kind of guy where he could rap in that era and this era, So.
Okay.
And not a lot of
So
people
he
can do
could, but he doesn't.
No, he does. He does. A little double time, a little this kind of rap, a little that kind of rap. Then he'll go do some real OG type 90s hip hop. There's a ton of kids that are just super lyrical and just frightening on the microphone, So you just gotta look out for them, You can't expect when you turn on the radio that's gonna be it. Like this week the big records were DJ Khaled and
Look at her face.
and the other guy, Tyler, the Creator. And Tyler didn't do a rap album. He did like an 80s R&B album. So I didn't hear the whole thing, but it was more like kind of melodies from the 80s, and his sounds were like not as polished, but like kind of like a kind of sloppy, ill, artsy, abstract version of 80s R&B. So, and I respect him for trying. Like he didn't give a fuck. It was like I'm not even gonna say I like the record. It's not my style, but I'm not dissing it because I respect him for just
trying.
Doing his shit.
Whatever the fuck he
Yeah.
felt.
Yeah.
He's like,
don't give it a
this
fuck.
is me. I'm trying this out, and the world ended up liking it, or loving it. #1 album in the world, and so that's interesting. Tyler was always creative, even if as a video director, I think he's one of the best video directors. He's really creative video wise, and
Yes,
I'm
it's
glad
really
a creative, talented guy
crazy.
did okay. I'd rather prefer like the most vicious lyrical monster that can make great records be #1. But if it's between like a really bad mumble crap ass bullshit garbage rapper or a very creative intelligent artist like Tyler, who I don't really listen to the new album so much, but I don't mind that doing good. And also, if you want to go to pop stuff, the #1 rap song for weeks was The Kid, Lil Nas X. And I know people hate on him, the country western song, because his rap isn't super spectacular. But
What?
what I was saying is, there's an art to doing melodies, and a lot of these mumble guys, they do fake ass half melodies.
I can't do this, so I'm just like trying and then like.
But you can't take.
It's always the half. It's not completed.
Yeah, you
For
can't.
me.
You can't take that melody and make a real fucking song out of it.
No, you can't.
But Lil Nas X, he had a melody. I don't know if he made it in his crib. He didn't have no big team, and his melody was infectious. So it's not like, oh, this is my kind of record, but you saw what he did when he put Miley Cyrus dad on the record. Like he took that melody and made it sound like a big country song because the kid wrote that melody. And you know how many of these big pop artists have like 20 writers, 15 writers, all sitting in the room trying to come up with an infectious, catchy chorus that's right, that people are gonna want to sing all the time, and they couldn't do it. This little kid out of nowhere, this little skinny kid like Lil Nas X, came out with a melody that the whole world sung.
Because it comes from the heart.
Yes.
Like when you have this 15, 20 writers in a room, do you really can carry do you even be able to carry this emotion you want to carry?
Well, sometimes
when you have
15
writers?
writers. Sometimes 15 writers you can come up with something. Those guys get paid a lot for reasons. Sometimes I'm not saying all of them, but I'm just saying the little boy, he came in and he made an anthem worldwide. So I respect that for what he did. So not all pop music is like, that's terrible and this shit is good. Fuck Lil Nas X. I only listen to Vinnie Paz. It's not that kind of world to me. It's like everybody has their own little talents, and some people aren't talented, but their talent isn't music. It's being a social fucking misfit. Look.
There are lots of them.
For
me, I know lots of them.
The snitch rapper with the tattoos and stuff. He blew up but he wasn't very talented or anything. But he had this social, he was a maniac online, and like everybody wanted to see what he was doing, and it's a gossip team.
It was a hype.
Well, no, not even just hype. Because nobody was hyped about his music.
Okay,
they were
just about what
interested.
Yeah, they were just like, what crazy shit is he gonna do next? What idiotic thing is he gonna do next? What's he gonna say next? And that's how a lot of people blow up. So it's more about their fucking idiotic personalities than music, which kind of hurts, sometimes.
But
so it's like, this person, what outfit is this person gonna wear? What's this gonna happen?
They don't listen anymore.
Yeah, so that's why when somebody like the Lil Nas X comes up with something, it's actually, wow, that is something that a big team of writers would have loved to come up with. You go power to the little kid, But like, when you get people like, snitch rappers with the tattoos and all that, and they just go,
Oh, you don't understand the word, you're just there.
Even if you do understand the words aren't even interesting. It's like fucking 5th graders could write this shit,
Not even 5th. You don't even need a 5th grader to write this.
My daughter's 3.
Sometimes. Mine is 4 and she talks better than some of them. But leave that. I don't want to diss anybody.
You didn't say a name, so you don't gotta believe it.
But I think it's a problem in society nowadays that they look at the packing and the outside and like, what is it gonna do next? And they're like always watching for the next to fall down, to fall on his face. They're always waiting for something to laugh about. And for me, it looks a little bit sad because you don't have something to laugh in your own life? That you are so...
Well, they build you up to knock you down. That's the, cliche, but it's true. They want to build them up and then take you down, And I was just talking about this online the other day. It was like the great singer Jaheim made some of the greatest records of the 2000s and has one of the best voices of the last couple of decades. And now he's on Instagram. He's looking a little wild, and there's rumors that he was doing drugs. And somebody said, he was an Uber driver, and they were all like just clowning him. And look how old he looks, and blah blah blah. And it's like they're having a ball, trying to say, look what bad shape he is. It's like that is like a phenomenally great singer. And maybe he is going through a hard time. I don't know. Maybe he's not. Who the fuck knows? Because now they'll just, I remember, you could do something. You could be selling out shows every night, and then you put up a clip where there's an empty house, and then they'll put that on the internet, and everyone goes, see, every show is, nobody's there, and blah blah blah. I mean, every night you got a packed house, and then and then everyone goes, see, this is his career, and then they'll act like this is your career for 20 years. It's like that's just how it is. So they'll look for the one moment that they could grab onto where you look human or you looked like you were fucking losing, and then they feel good about it. Like,
but
he's losing or she's losing. That's why, like, if Beyonce falls down on the fucking stage or something, or what did the Black Eyed Peas girl shit on herself once, or pee on herself or something, or
she
like,
peed on herself.
Yeah, and it was like a big deal for fucking 5 years. She peed on it's fucking 15 years ago. Or when she did the national
Nobody
anthem.
cares anymore.
Remember when Fergie did the national anthem? They talked more about Fergie for like doing that than the fact that she, toured the world a million times over in packed houses. It's like they want you to be a fucking loser, like them.
But that's the problem with society, is thinking that not just with the music or the hip-hop business. I think that problem is a problem of society itself, not of just the music business.
Yeah, society is trash.
Yes, man.
You tell me. Give me a high five.
For real, society, you're trash.
But back to the beginning, how did you come to hip-hop?
Kid I know that used to rhyme. Are they shutting the club down? Are we good?
No, they're shutting the club down at 5 a.m.
Okay.
So
yeah,
no stress.
No, a kid in the neighborhood that he was lighting. There was this Blockbusters. They were a quarter stick of dynamite. They're illegal now. As a kid, I think they were legal. Or maybe they were. I don't remember. But he blew up a shopping center window with a Blockbuster. And I didn't know him.
And it did explode.
Yeah, it exploded the whole window, and he's like, I'm like, yo, that dude's crazy. That's how I met him. So we started running it, and he's like, hey, hey, I'm Human Beatbox Bob. I said, hey, what's up? So he would beatbox, and he would rap, and we just started rolling together. And yeah, found the beatboxer, and we'd go and beatbox and rap together. And then it was another rapping crew in the neighborhood, Stimulation and Proficient, and they would rap, and then they took me to house parties to battle. And I was a little kid. I was 11 and 12 and 13, and I had a high-pitched little girl voice, yo, battle me, son. And then and I just ended up being better than most people in the neighborhood.
This was your recognition point, your high voice.
Yeah, they were like, yo.
In the beginning, everybody was flashed because.
Yeah, but yeah, so we just started rapping in the neighborhood. I found this kid, and he kind of started giving me newer tapes, because I had like a Fat Boys tape from my dad, and then I had some old school tapes, a Houdini tape. But then he was digging into like, I guess, what was these? But then I guess later on there was Rakim Paid in Full, of course. And I'm drawing a blank some of the tapes he had. But yeah, we had Houdini and MC Shan, Down by Law. That was one of the albums we had. Yeah. That was one of the great albums. It's one of them albums they don't talk about much, but MC Shan, Down by Law, produced by Marley Marl. Great album. That was one of the first albums that I was like in love with, that I knew every word to.
Did it inspire you much? Because this album, if I have it in the right mind, it is much slower than what you do today. Did you come to this double time, to this very fast rap and with time, or was it always an interest of you to be like
cause
crazy understandable by being crazy fast?
Kool Moe Dee was doing fast rap, and Slick Rick at times. He didn't do all fast rap, but even Tech Nine said, look, my first double time, my first fast rap was when Slick Rick did this rhyme on Lick the Balls, and and Kool Moe Dee started taking a certain flow and do it over and over and over again. They were doing fast raps, and then when you come to it, in 89, 90, they started doing super fast raps. And then if you go a little further into the future, there was like the Fushnikins, and the Fushnikins, like Chip Fools, doing like shit that like these flows that nobody heard. But then what happened is, so, on the Classified Dibs, I did Seduce the Joke because I'm going in high strung, like I was doing these little type of flows. But then, after all the baby Nas's came, all the baby Rakims came, I call all the, a lot of the lyrical Wu-Tang guys like Raekwon and Nas, those guys were like baby Rakims. They were all sons of that era. They all came up on Rakim. And Rakim had this kind of slow, cool flow.
But it was crazy lyrics.
And everybody kind of in the Mobb Deep came, and it was all about the Keep It Real era. So now all of a sudden Fushnikins and all those fast flow guys look dated. Nobody wanted that style anymore. They wanted that cool fast flow, that cool tell a story type of thing. Snoop Dogg on the West Coast would be like, and I'm cool, Snoop Dogg, But then Bone Thugs came later, and they started doing a lot of the type of stuff, and then it kind of brought it all over.
Bone Thugs is amazing.
What?
It's on order. It's on the one hand it's very chilling, and on the other hand it's like if they want to, it's sometimes confusing.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, so there's times when it was popular and times when it wasn't, So I do, my next album I'm working on is a lot of, just storytelling, standard rap flow, and a lot of history. Like if you listen to Lessons, I'm doing almost like a Curtis Blow performance. I'm saying, people wondering where the fuck I've been. In the VIP section, they ain't letting me in. Like it's almost like, if you really listen to it, it's like really old school cadences. I was kind of doing that on purpose, going over the board with a little bit, old school cadence. So I mix it up all the time, So, but right now, I could go bar for bar, fast flow with anybody. I could go with anybody. So why not do that too? And then I'll go here's the slow ones. I got the best of both worlds, you know. I can do all of it. I can do any rap style. Double time, boom bap, fast, slow, you know, storytelling, visual, pornographic, political, you know, I like to do whatever the fuck style.
Just no mumble rap, please.
Yeah, I could even do that if they wanted me to.
Yeah, but please don't ruin your voice with this style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a kid, Trevor Jackson, he played Superfly in the Superfly remake. And he does bugged out records. But after checking out his music, he got like a mumble hook where he's talking about, I bet your bitch is some Crocs. I bet your bitch is some Crocs. And I don't know, it's like, he's doing it creatively and he knows
how to do it.
Nah, not how to do it, he's having fun with it. Like if you watch the fucking video, it's colorful and weird, and he kind of knows he's being bugged out. He's having fun with it. So
he's staying himself.
Yeah, he definitely being himself. But I sent it to my boy, and he's like, "That shit's the worst song I ever heard. What the fuck?" I'm like, "I like this shit." He said, "That shit is terrible." So, you know. But he has another song called "Warning," and I like that shit too. He even took a shot at the OGs, where I was like, "Ah, motherfucker." He said, you know, these old. Captain Hook's trying to keep you down. It's not my fault the industry chewed you up and spit you out. Calm down. Some shit. He said some shit. I was like, this motherfucker. Yeah. So I was checking out his stuff because he's like a new school artist, but he directs all his own shit, stars in all his own shit, does singing, does rapping. So I like that kid's stuff too. But if I played it for anybody in my fan base, they'd be like, I hate it, you know, because he's super new school. So I think you know, there's artists that I like that do wild shit that doesn't have to be my lane. You know what I mean? Like there was quite a few years when
they should have their own. If they don't have their own, if they're not staying themselves, I don't know. For me, mostly the people that are not staying themselves, they seem fake to me. It's not a personal. It's not a harassment or something like that, but if you don't come along with yourself, how should you react your feeling on the people if you are not with yourself?
Some people, like we was discussing, do it for the cash, so they kind of follow a wave, figure out the wave, and they learn the wave, and they get paid doing the wave, what's going on right now. So, you know, it all depends, but if you're artistic and you want to do art, you do what you feel. That's why when we talking about Tyler, where we said, you know, yeah, it's not for me, but he didn't ride in a wave. Like if somebody said, what's going on right now? And then Tyler did that record, they're like, that definitely ain't going on right now.
No,
but it still was the #1 record. And it was him doing what the fuck he wanted to do. Not following a wave.
So it was cool because he was himself.
Yeah, even though it's not something that I liked. But maybe if I listen to it again, I'll like it. I don't know. But I just enjoyed that he was able to do that, you know.
Do you think that this old school rap flow goes down the last 3 years? Like, less people are caring about these OGs in the game, and that it's going down with the concerts. Like it's less concerts, it's less people on these less concerts.
Well, you have to update, you know. Me, I haven't had an album out in a lot of years. When my next album drops, which is going to be pretty soon, you know.
Pretty soon.
It's basically done. I'm heading to New York to do the final touches on it. But when that drops, you know, I'm going to be touring, doing 200 shows in a year probably, and I'm going to be everywhere. So, you know, I'm going to drop a ton of videos, and then all of a sudden you update your name and you get new fans, and so you know, you can tour off your records, but then you gotta eventually do new stuff, you know, if you want to bring in new fans. You know, legends can always a lot of times pack a house, but it might be like if somebody, an old school rapper that doesn't do nothing new, they can bring in a bunch of 50-year-olds and they can pack the house.
I first like jamming together, or battles like who's the battle. What do you prefer?
Well, I like ciphers where they want to prove that they're the best one in the cipher, you know, so that's a little bit of a battle, you know. I don't love,
so it's a little bit competition.
I don't love, I like who's the best rapper, who can rhyme the best. And sometimes battles get a little childish where it's like, back in the day when you battled, you wanted to say some fucked up shit about them, but you also wanted to floss at how much better you can rap than them. Mm-hmm. Now a lot of battles is like stand-up comedy battle where it's like, you could say something just really fucked up about the person. Or like with the Drake and Meek Mill battle, no, not Meek Mill, Pusha T, they just pulled out dirt on each other. It wasn't about who's a better rapper. It was like who could find the dirtiest dirt on the other motherfucker. And
so who got the best connections to find out more.
Yeah, Pusha T found out, I think, that Drake had like an illegitimate kid or something. And he put that in a song. And then he found a picture of Drake in blackface, where Drake was obviously, wasn't pro-blackface, but whatever the fuck, out of context, it looked like, why is this dude wearing a blackface doing the mammy hands? But it was supposed to be an anti, image of that, but all it is a picture of Drake in blackface doing the mammy hands. So Pusha found that and then put in the rhyme about him not meeting his kid yet or having an illegitimate kid. And everyone was, he killed his career, he killed him, destroyed him. He won the battle because he got he got a grimy photo and he got a grimy piece of information on him. Now, that's almost like snitch rap to me. Like, let me snitch on him on some shit for the world and make him look terrible, and I win the battle, and he won. Everybody who you ask who won the battle.
It's like the bullier on the playground, like the bullier in the school.
Almost like the snitch in the precinct. Hey man, let's tell on him. No, I was just kidding, but like, not really, but like, that's what it's become. And I just was in the middle of a battle where it was Tom McDonald and Mac Lethal. Tom McDonald's a new school white boy style, and Mac Lethal's a battle rap style.
I know Mac Lethal, but I don't know.
Yeah, and I know them both personally, and they're both sweet kids, man. But Tom does the kind of music that a lot of people don't like because he's like kind of like a white kid, and they feel like he's complaining about being white, and people are like, well, who the fuck wants to hear that, But he's getting a whole big fan base, and his girl is Nova, who really has like a lot of talent. She's a filmmaker, and she's been rapping for a decade, and they had this battle, and I watched that whole thing from the sidelines, and they were just slinging mud, It was like, like just digging for dirt, and who fucked who, and who did this, and what happened here, but that's what it is. But I was almost like, I just was like, I'm neutral.
Say peace to the camera.
I'm neutral in this. I'm neutral in this because, I know everybody.
Yeah, so don't tell us too much.
Well, no,
not that anybody is pissed on you. We don't want that.
No, I didn't tell you. No. It's all good. I'm just saying, like, they could hear the battles for themselves. Yes. I'm just saying I was in the middle of it, and I was hearing both sides of the battles and talking to both of them as friends, as it was happening, and waiting. This one's coming out with one, this one's not coming out with one, and then I saw the fans all just fucking saying the nastiest, foulest shit to both of them, like, wow, it's really that ugly. It's really that fucking ugly, Can't it just be about like a dope rap?
Do you want to tell us something about your new album? Like, when is it coming out?
Well, I don't know when it's coming out, but
we expect?
I'm coming to New York to finish it. I'm flying in next week and put the finishing touches on it. And it's the best shit I ever did in my life.